Good afternoon, friends. Welcome back to John Went Walking here on the 9th of January, 2025. I'm at home near Orlando in frigid Florida. 55 degrees out there this afternoon, and actually this morning it was down. When I woke up and I was out early this morning, it was about 37 degrees. So that's about as coldest I've felt it this far south. So I'm not sure how long this is going to last, but we've got to enjoy it while it's here because the heat is always just around the corner. So anyway, I'm just back home. I just went to my 4-week follow-up post hernia surgical appointment with my surgeon. So my surgery was 4 weeks and 1 day ago from right now. And the surgeon says that everything's healing up really nice. He looked at it and I don't even have to pack it any longer. Now I just keep a little bacitracin on it, slap on a Band-Aid, keep it clean. And he says, it'll continue to heal from there. Now, I did ask him if I could, if I was allowed to mow the grass. Down here we mow grass year round, and ours is getting a little bit shaggy looking out there. And he says, no, 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 no. I want you to wait at least another week or two. And so he gave me another appointment for 2 weeks, but he is very satisfied and happy. And he says it's healing nicely. And I feel the same way. Thank goodness I've had no pain at all from it, and I've been keeping it clean and packed and doing exactly what he's told me to do the whole time. So I'm really, I take the doctor's advice seriously. I do what they ask me to do. It was the same way when I was recovering from my hip. It's the same way with this hernia. I just don't want to do it again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to go through that surgery again. And I've heard so many stories where hernia surgeries fail and they have to do it over and over. And then we got the whole mesh thing controversy going on. So I'm just keeping it clean and doing what the doc asked me to do. And I'm just praying that it continues to heal the way it's supposed to. And I'll be back out doing, pretty sooner than later, being able to be out and getting in a few extra miles than what I'm doing now. Like the furthest I'm going right now is 45 minutes to an hour. I've taken you out with me on many of those walks and shown you pieces of where I've been. My whole goal as we go throughout this year, we're still a year away, from that potential start and the prospective start, when I expect to start. But my whole goal throughout this year is going to be to get onto pieces of the trail, get myself comfortable with the navigation. I know we've got the far out apps, and I don't feel like I'm going to be lost or anything out there. I just like some idea where I'm at and where I'm heading and how close I am to something. I just want to create as good of a picture as I can of my hike beforehand. And I know it's not going to go exactly according to plan, but I do like to have a plan. And I like to feel that if I get out there and I have any trouble at all, it's something completely untoward, something completely crazy that I couldn't have thought of. Otherwise, I want to plan through things and think about how I'm going to do things. I want logistically to be prepared. I want physically to be prepared. I was even thinking about this cold weather. Like, this is kind of crazy cold. 37 degrees in Orlando. That's cold. I'm not sure how cold it is like down south, but I know that several hikers have started the Florida Trail Thru-Hike this year, heading north. So I'm not sure how cold it is, but even by the time they get up here, they get up in this area, we're still going to have some cold nights, and it's something I got to prepare for. I've been out of cold weather living for a long time. I've been here in Florida for many years now, and I might be a little bit thin-skinned, I'm afraid. So I'm trying to plan for what I can, and then be prepared for things that could come up out there, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm not going to, with the hernia recovery, I'm still not going to be lifting or doing anything. I'm not going to be pushing any lawnmowers, anything like that, for a couple of more weeks. I'm going to follow the doctor's orders. And then, once I'm still going to get out there on the trail, I'm going to be out there this weekend on the Florida Trail. I'm kind of looking for spots right now where I want to head out to. Last weekend, my plan was to get out. I got my handy dandy Florida Trail Guide book here. My plan last week was to get out to the Prairie to Pines trailhead and do some walking up there. So I didn't make it out there. I wound up over on the Green Swamp on the East Track, and I shot a couple of videos out there. So maybe, maybe this weekend I'll be able to get out to Prairie du Pines and bring you some videotape from up there. And also, I've said it before, but I want to remind everybody that I am here kind of centrally located in this state, and it's getting to much of the trail an hour north, south, east, west of Orlando is pretty easy for me to do. If there's some areas around here in the Orlando area that you're interested in, that you would like to see a little bit of video of, just shoot me a note, let me know what's going on or what you'd like to see, and I certainly will work it into the schedule, because I plan on completely throughout this year getting over much of the trail. Even eventually later in the summer, I'm sure I'll be up in the Panhandle. I'm going to be looking at much of the trail before I even begin the through hike. Now, over the years, I've lived in Florida continuously this time since about 2012, and we lived here back in the 90s too for many years. So I've been through in and out of Florida all my life. I've been through much of Florida. But there are many areas that are Florida Trail that I haven't been on. I've been around most of the state, but there are areas that I've never been in. Like I had never been in the Green Swamp out there before, and it is just beautiful out there, and I'm definitely going to be back. So I'm going to be exploring all these different areas around the state. I'm going to be documenting them with you and talking with you a little bit about it, about where I'm at with my training, with my planning, what I'm thinking. Right now, I'm kind of on, I'm kind of on the back burner just because of the hernia and letting it heal. I definitely want to give it all the time that it needs to get better, and I will. But the stronger I get, and the more I get, the more in recovery I am, and the more the doc lets me do, the further I'm going to go. And I'm going to follow orders. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I won't be over in the gym lifting heavy, nothing like that. Even throughout the year, I'm not going to do anything crazy like that anymore. But I will be out moving, and I've found a couple of spots where I can climb. Where even though they're small hills, it's sandy, and it's good for climbing. And I'm going to be spending some time climbing throughout the year. Here in Florida, I know it's funny to say, there really are no hills in Florida, but or no, certainly no mountains, but we do have little areas that are hilly, especially the center of the state. As you get like on that ridge throughout the center of the state, there's some areas out there where you can go up and down a little bit, and then when you throw sand on top of it, it makes it's even better, a little bit more challenging. So I'll be finding those types of spots. I'll be taking you out there with me. And I'm just so pumped for this entire year. I feel like the planning, it's important to me. I think about throughout my lifetime, I planned and completed many goals, and it's going to be the same with this one. I'm going to plan it out and I'm going to complete it. And if I don't complete it, it's not going to be because I quit. It's going to be something crazy happens, something really crazy that I absolutely can't control. But anything in my control, I'm going to handle, I'm going to deal with, I'm going to work through it no matter what it is. And I'm going to take my time, and I'm going to be out there, and it's going to be one step at a time, one day at a time, nice and easy, and just getting it done. And I'm really looking forward to bringing you along with me for that track. So today was a good day down here. Going back into the surgeon for the follow-up's always a little concerning, but I always imagine things that aren't true anyway. Like I said, I watch way too much YouTube medical stuff, and I pretend I'm like the doctor, or I hear these people complaining about things, and I think, oh, that must be me too. But the best thing to do is just relax and let the medical professionals do what they do and be grateful for them. So that's what I'm doing. And I'm so grateful for my doc. He saw me today for my 4-week follow-up. He wants to see me another time for a 6-week follow-up. But in the meantime, like, I'm not packing it anymore. I don't have to pack. I have a real belly button again. I don't have to pack it. And all I have to do is keep it clean, of course, keep a little bacitracin on it. And then, if I'm going to be out sweating or dirty or somewhere over the next, probably even next month, I'll just slap a Band-Aid on it to try to keep any dirt from getting in there. But otherwise, it's all looking real good. I haven't had any pain at all. it's just, thank goodness. And I'm just so grateful for, that I have improved so quickly and that it is healing the way it's supposed to. So, here we are. It's coming up Thursday afternoon. We coming up on another weekend. So I'm looking forward to getting out there on the Florida Trail again and bringing you a video or two from out there. Like I said, my thought is, my plan last week was to get out to Prairie to Pines. That's kind of out there on 75 North. I'm not sure exactly. I can't think what county it's in, but somewhere out on Snow Memorial Highway and US 41, right at that corner, out there at the forest. Hopefully I get out there, bring you a video clip or two, and I just appreciate you being here with me. I'm just very grateful for every single one of you. I know we're sparse in number, but I'm grateful for you. You all have a wonderful day, and I look forward to chatting with you again very soon.